I'm a bit scary to tell you like this on YouTube, but there is no other way. Hello, Mr. President Donald Trump. My name is David, and I have a message to you. I sent it already 10, maybe 15 messages to White House, and I got no response. The war in Ukraine is going on, and to be honest with you, in April 2014, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I had an idea how to do a referendum without being in the country of that country. That is the referendum taking place. Next morning, I wake up and I saw what I did write down, being asleep actually. And it's all come together. For the past 10 years, I've been working on my system, and my system is actually bulletproof. Idea how to solve the problem of Ukraine when the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, make a referendum in Crimea that the Crimea belongs to Russia. I figure out a way, sorry to say it, I did outsmart Vladimir Putin. I figured out a way how to make an election in a country without being in the country. So, for example, you could make an election in Germany, but the place of election would take place in, just for example, United States. My idea is simple, but it takes a little bit of knowledge to understand my idea. To make my election, you just need a week because of the social media, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and everything, and TV station. And you can announce that you make a referendum or election in one of the countries of Africa. Just for example, we know that in Syria it's going on the revolution, and the new government is not elected, it's just there because of the power. I know the way how to do that the people of Syria, wherever they are in the world, in Germany, UK, Poland, and everywhere, they could give the vote for the election in Syria. A voting or a referendum in the country is very expensive. My system is a fraction of that. My system is not that simple because it takes 3 stages. And the first stage is the verification of the person that the person can vote. This will take like a 3-4 days, and then there's the election. The election has got 2 parts as well. It takes place on the internet, but with the vote it's anonymous. All over the world, voting is very expensive. You have to print votes, you have to collect the votes, you have to count the votes and everything. Anonymous voting is not that very important because we know in every government, when there is a session in the government and we know which senator or which representative of the government did vote for this, yes or no. So their election is not that important that it be anonymous. My idea is that the voting takes place in my system. I call it KISS referendum system. KISS, keep it simple, stupid referendum system. This is my idea. And the voting takes place in my system. Every person of that country can verify his vote only, that his vote was counted correctly. So somebody voted for you as a president, he can go online, and because he's got the information that is necessary, he can check if his vote was counted correctly. This is my idea of making the election better. Somehow I did discover democracy 2.0. This is my idea, because democracy is the most important power of the world, and I would like to bring the democracy in our world to the second level. My idea was the Switzerland, where everything takes place in their referendum. Whatever they do, the people of that country decide if they want to do it or not. This is my idea of a new rules of the government, that every important topic in the government is voted not by the representative of the government, by of the people. This is very important because in this case I will give back the power to the people of that country. In my idea, you as a president of the United States has the power to make voting better in every country in the world. In Europe there is a country like Hungary where there is nothing special going on, but we know that this voting is not 100% legal. We cannot approve it because we don't have the tools to do it. But in my system, the voting would take place. The voting would take place in a country where the country can check the voting, and the people of that country can check if the voting was correctly and his vote or her vote was counted correctly. To do my referendum system, I would need 2 persons from IT to develop the website. I know how this website has to be developed and what important has to be done on the website. And this way people can vote on my website. This is not voting only in internet so hackers or bots can vote. This is not. There is a system where the people have to be verified to be voting. I know it sounds simple, but it is actually, because the stages of the voting are very important. His referendum system has as well the possibility to vote per conventional post, so by sending a letter. I know that a government from a different country can stop sending posts to, for example, to your United States, but in my system, the vote done by post can be done by post and by scan. This is different because you cannot stop sending emails to everybody. Yes, I'm talking about emails, voting by emails, but a different kind of way. Their email is just an email sent to a website, but in the emails are attachments, and the attachments are the voting. In my opinion, my system can stop the war in the Ukraine because you could do a voting in Russia without being in Russia. You could allow people of Russia voting what they want.